Oh, yeah. It's that time again. How are you, folks? Welcome to the show. The Paolo show where bullying is allowed, unpopular speech is encouraged, tit twisters, ass grabbing. It all goes. Weinstein fucked it up. These other guys, they were just messing around and having fun, but he fucking ruined it. What's happening? Excited because Comia, as in Anthony Comia, just texted Fiore saying I'm right around the corner in the neighborhood here. So I'll get him in here as soon as possible. And we can fucking dissect why the country's rotting from the inside out. Thanks to mental illness from the far left. 866-969-1969. 866-969-1969. By the way, listen to the Artie and Anthony show every Monday through Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. in the East. To subscribe, head to compoundmedia.com. You can follow Anthony Comia at Anthony Comia XYZ. That's when you know you've been booted off fucking off Twitter so many times. He's up to a XYZ now. I want to thank Jonathan Keller for contributing to my podcast, the Nick DiPaolo podcast, which if you want to subscribe, you go to connectpal.com/Nick, connectpal.com/Nick, $3.99 a month, and you get 5 shows a week, and we take a couple hours from this show, boil it down to an hour, and people are still signing up, and people are contributing on top of that. And yes, I do need the fucking money. Somebody had a problem with it on Twitter. I think it's pathetic. You fucking what are you talking about? What am I, independently wealthy? Doing fucking nighttime radio and then playing Uncle Vinny's twice a year. Get off my fucking back. Yes, I do sell. I have a cocaine connection in Pittsburgh with Henry Hill, but that died out fucking years ago. Nice. Nice. Thank you, Jonathan Keller. This guy's been with me since the beginning. Comes out, he flies from Minneapolis to see me play the fat black pussycat down the street. I don't know what he does, but he's here for a week. He's like a good-looking guy. Played hockey and shit. Let me tell you, kid's a player. Well, right before we came on the air, I looked up at the TV, I think it was Fox or one of the news days. Kate Steinle's accused killer found not guilty of murder. Does that surprise anybody in this fucking retarded world we're living in? Huh? Does that surprise you? You know the one, you know the story, folks, right? The girl that was walking with her dad on the pier in July of 2015 in San Francisco, when some illegal piece of garbage from some third world shithole had been deported 4 or 5 different times. But because San Francisco is a sanctuary city, he's still sticking around. And he, gets a rifle, shoots it, ricochets, kills her, dies in her father's arms. But after 12 days of testimony, dozens of witnesses, 2 days of closing arguments, the jury decided whether Steinle's death was a result of an act of murder or a tragic accident. How the fuck is the word accident even come into play here? A source inside the courtroom confirmed the jury asked to see the gun used to shoot Steinle. Well, what the fuck? Who? Well, if it was a blue one, I'm not going to convict. What the? Why would you want to see the... Zarate and his defense team maintained the argument that the suspect found the stolen weapon on the pier that day and it just fired. It just fired. The gun belonged to a Federal Bureau of Land Management ranger and was stolen from his parked car a week early. The bullet ricocheted on the pier's concrete walkway before it struck Steinle, killing her. Zarate has admitted to shooting Steinle, but says it was an accident. However, the prosecution painted a different picture, telling jurors that Zarate deliberately shot the gun towards Steinle while playing his own secret version of Russian roulette. This just went down, so that's all the details we have. But, yeah, I mean, I followed it. It was on the news, especially on Fox, forever. And, what?
The deported 5-time thing that they weren't allowed to know.
Yes.
The jury.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to fucking hear that he'd been deported 5 times. So there's your legal system and your whatever the fuck. Just another retard from a third world shithole with a fucking second-grade education. But let's let them all in. Whatever. Oh. And what's sad is it didn't surprise me. It still angers me, but, because some lib nitwits in the land of nuts and fucking berries out there. Oh, he didn't mean it. Imagine if the girl was Mexican and the guy was white. Think they would have saw it the same way in Northern California? Fucking jerk-offs. Sanctuary city. There's your sanctuary cities. He should have been turned over to ICE, but they can't cooperate with the feds. That's the first sign of, when the law says fuck you to the law, that's when we're in deep shit. And that's what's happening here. Oh, for the love of Christ. Yet again, it doesn't really surprise me. But he said initially, when I was following the story, he was shooting at like a seal in the water or something, or a fucking pigeon or a sea. It was a seal, I think he said. Can you imagine that poor guy, that his daughter dies in his arms, walking with her dad? 866-969-1969. But they couldn't hear about it, about him being deported. I'll never, that would be, Yeah. While Zarate's immigration status is what brought the case into the national spotlight, jurors did not hear evidence about that. And it was not a factor in the trial. Unfucking real. If you don't think we live in a sick world. Ay, ay, ay. Chalk another one up for the libs. Yay. 866-969-1969. Anthony Comey will be here soon. But this is just, my God. Angers me. Why don't can we get the Civil War over with, folks? Isn't it about time? What a racist country, huh? When a guy who's been deported 5 times, a brown person, can shoot a white person, and he's acquitted. More evidence of what a fucking anti-brown, anti-black country this is, isn't it? Huh? More evidence of how racist America is. I think Bill O'Reilly started the whole thing with the Cates Law. He tried to get that pushed through, and of course, people had problems with that in the swamp. For whatever reason. But, yay for sanctuary cities. Great idea. We're not going to cooperate with the federal law. And I've heard people say this before. I said it. What if they do that with other laws, like gun laws, people who want gun control? What if somebody says, no, fuck it, we're going to let people conceal and carry. Yeah, but it's not a conceal and carry state. I don't give a shit. I'm the governor or whatever. I say people could do it now.
I identify with conceal and carry.
Yeah, I identify, exactly. We'll get to that. Got more evidence of that, by the way, too.
I identify with not guilty.
Brown. Yeah, that's all the guy. I don't know. Exactly. That's all he put him on the stand. He could defend himself. He goes, I don't identify as a killer. I don't identify as an illegal immigrant either. As far as I'm concerned, today, I'm a citizen of the United States. That's where it's headed. You guys think I'm joking? Brown University, and I said this a month ago. I was going to have you pull the clip, but I don't know what show it was, and that would have taken you ever to find. But when we were talking about, well, it's true, right? You couldn't have found that. Or what do you do? Put it in a search engine? What's so funny?
I thought you were knocking my Google skills.
No. I'm just saying. It would have been hard to find.
Not wrong.
But I said, when we were talking about, I identify as a male or female, then what were we talking about when I said it's going to get to the point where they're going to do that with ethnicity? And because there's something else. It wasn't male, female when we were talking about it that night. What was it?
I can't keep track of it.
I can't either. It's fucking unbelievable. But just the whole notion of a sanctuary city is just so fucking asinine and retarded. Imagine how they feel tonight. I don't know, man. I want to see the guy take the law into his own hands, the dad. Be Italian for a day. Identify as a Gambino member and take this piece of shit out. How about that? Well, he's free, right? He's acquitted. Just wait.
Already off it.
What?
Already off it on the other channels.
Already off it. What?
They're already off the story on the
Oh, of course. No, they got what they wanted on CNN.
right back.
Standing ovation. Back to White House defense Trump retweet as state warns of violence. Fucking ashamed of yourself. Cooper Anderson. Or is it Anderson Cooper? I can never remember.
Anderson.
I always say Cooper Anderson. This guy's got two last names. What a chooch. San Francisco. Oh, God, help me. Can you imagine how that family feels tonight? Piece of trash. Mike in Texas, line 1. Mike, your thoughts on the verdict?
I am absolutely gut sick about this.
Yeah, but
Nick, I'm so glad you got Anthony coming on tonight, because the things that he said 3 years ago after his incident went down, he was absolutely spot on in his rant. I've been a gun owner and a concealed carry license owner in Texas for the last 8 years. I got it when Obama got into office because I could see where the society was going. He was empowering these people to hate whitey. And I'm not a racist, but I have seen so many things like this happen in just, I'm going to give you 2 examples. University newspaper here in Texas, they allowed some radical to put out an article that said, white people, your days are over. Your DNA is flawed. You need to die. And nobody's going after this guy. My second example is Tuesday of last week. I'm driving to work. It's before 6 in the morning, and I changed lanes legally. I didn't cut anybody off. I used a signal, and this guy just jammed on his gas, gets right up on my bumper with his high beams, and when he gets up next to me at the light, he rolls down his window and screams, "You white motherfucker, get in your own lane and stay there." And I said, "What did you say? What did you say?" He said, "Fuck you." And well, it went back and forth a little bit, but then he started to get out. And I just reached into the center console and I said, don't do it. Because in my book, all lives matter. Yours, not so much. And don't come at me on the highway. And that's where we're at right now. These people reach for the race card right off the bat.
Well, yeah, but okay, but this Steiny thing isn't about so much about race. It's about this guy who's deported 5 fucking times. It's more about that, you know. I don't know if this guy's a racist or not. He's just a fucking. He shouldn't be here. Is the point? Didn't matter if he hit a black person, a brown person. I mean, it's the fucking and if get rid of the jury system. It's time for Star Chamber shit. Okay, give me 3 fucking retired judges with chips on their shoulders, because people can't be subjective in this country because of their race or their politics. It doesn't work any fucking more. Okay, so
no, it doesn't, and you're absolutely right. But it is about race and it is about ethnicity, in the sense that the blood of this girl is on these people's liberal hands.
Yes, it is.
They want to bend over backwards because they have.
They usually bend over forward, but go ahead.
Yeah, but that's all I got for you, Nick. And I know you got a lot of calls.
I do, Mike, and you know what? I appreciate it, man. And I like the fact that a guy cut you off and you pulled the fucking the Kalinski. He's got the gun in his console.
If you ever do that, because your life is over if you pull on somebody, justified or not.
That's right.
You got to live with that. But it's a real burden.
Yeah.
And I just want to leave you with one bit of information that also just came in tonight.
Okay.
Homer Pyle, he's gone.
Nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do. Yeah, he's gone. What do you mean? Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
And that's that. I love you, Nick. Thanks so much.
Take it easy, Mike. Hey, right next to me, folks. He's already here. He's early, which proves he's white. Anthony Comia.
Oh, Nick DiPaolo. Thank you, sir.
What's going on?
Well, this news just broke. I'm beside myself here. This is craziness. Absolute insanity. I just tweeted, and I hope through my tweets and through this show that Kim Jong-un hears me. I'm begging him, please nuke San Francisco. The first target. Yeah. You could reach the mainland, make it San Francisco. That city is an abomination to America at this point. Please. They got a jury in there that acquits this guy not only of murder, but of manslaughter. The guy's not even supposed to be here. He has the gun. He causes her death through gross negligence.
And he gets him on nothing? They get him on nothing.
Nothing, because the jury that's sitting there is a sanctuary city jury.
It is.
That is all about undocumented immigrants. Oh, illegal aliens? Yeah, illegal aliens. And a productive white woman is gunned down, and they look at it like, well, payback time.
No, I know. That's how
Payback.
that's the glasses they see everything through.
Of course.
How about the fact that they couldn't bring up that about him being deported 5 times?
Yeah.
That can't be brought up.
Can be brought up.
Who the fuck?
And by the way, the jury, what? They pick the dumbest jury they could possibly pick that doesn't know he was deported 5 times. Like the second the story came out, before the trial and everything,
yeah.
Like they pick people that don't read
follow
the news. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how to read.
Yeah, exactly. And those are the people that you're trusting to make the right decision.
But don't you agree with me? It doesn't work in this country. We're so polarized politically, and then ethnicity and race. Anytime there's a black guy on the stand, all it takes is one black person, or if it's the Native American, that's all it takes.
Nick, when it was a jury of your peers, that's what it meant.
They looked and talked like you.
Yeah.
You mean
we all had a commonality of being Americans, a trust in the system, a pride in the nation, and that's who judged you or the other person that maybe
not somebody who holds a grudge against this country.
Not a group. You're not being judged by people that want a vendetta against the person up there because of crimes of 200 fucking years ago.
Be careful. We sound like a couple of grumpy old Italian guys.
Oh, look out.
Good for fucking
out.
bed. Anytime you make sense.
Well, that Nick and Anthony get together, you might actually hear something, reasonable? Jackass.
866-969-1969. That's the lovable Anthony Comey next to me. Who? Let's go to Chuck in Boston. He has a comment on the shooting, and let's listen for that accent. Chuck, ahead.
No, first of all, the guy was illegal. He wasn't supposed to be in this country. He had an illegal gun because he wasn't a fucking citizen. He doesn't have a Second Amendment right. I don't think he has, because he's illegal in this country, I don't think he has any rights to any constitutional rights. So if I had personally right now, if I had a terminal illness, I would go out, hunt him fucking down, put the gun down, and wait for the cops. And then when I took the stand, that jury would fucking hear about his 5 deportations.
Yeah. I wouldn't even wait for a terminal. Just an upset stomach.
Right. It doesn't have to be terminal. I got a hangnail.
All right, Chucky. I'm glad you laid it out. It's Massachusetts guys. They're very they're delicate flowers when they come in.
Yeah.
But that's not true, because with like some of these terrorists that fucking we try in the courtrooms, they do get our constitutional rights.
I don't know how that happened.
Can you explain that? When did it happen to me,
I
Anthony?
would love to be able to explain why somebody that is not a citizen of this country, a citizen that enjoys the rights that we have under the Constitution to due process, why do people that don't live here, are not citizens, and are committing crimes against citizens afforded those same liberties? Why?
Let me play devil's advocate.
Oh, what is it? Devil's advocate. I'm a fan of man.
We're all just members of the we're what does Obama call it?
The great fucking
we're just
global
civilians.
experience.
Yes. We're all just human beings.
Right.
We're not,
There are no borders,
No.
Nick.
We're
just
human
people.
We're just filling a role in a play.
Right. It's obvious we're all people by the way we all act exactly the same with nothing based on race.
We have nothing in common. Pat Buchanan called this 25 years ago, and I've read every one of his books.
Yeah.
People used to laugh at me. Like, this guy's a genius.
Uh-huh.
Anytime you hear Joy Behar hate something, I'm like, I'm on the fucking right side of that. But he's, and I don't know if it was Churchill, somebody back in the day said, if we don't have a common culture, we're going to end up just squabbling ethnicities living side by side with nothing in fucking common. That's where we are, folks. And this is evidence of it. So fuck you if you don't believe it. Your thoughts?
How they turned around to say that diversity is our greatest strength, when obviously it's a cancer. Our greatest strength was this cohesiveness called being American. That was our greatest strength.
Well, diversity, yeah, culture-wise, you have to have one culture.
That's what I mean.
It
Yeah,
worked.
yeah.
I mean, the Italians, the Irish, the Polish, the
Very
Germans,
diverse.
They came over and said, we're going to assimilate because they wanted to be Americans.
Be Americans. You can't be Somalis living in America as Somalis.
Yes.
So you take Somalia. You place it somewhere in Minnesota or Montana, wherever the hell they are.
Right next to the Mall of America, ironically.
Yeah, Mall of America. And then
Can I get a lip plate?
You live as Somalis, but only here you have food and shelter and
access to weapons and bomb material.
Right. But you're not assimilating to a traditional American society. You're just taking your shitty culture, bringing it here, and then hating everything that made it the place that everyone wants to come to.
Yeah, no, and then you have people, indigenous people here, white liberals cheering you on.
Yeah,
who are helping you.
Who do you hate more? When I see this dumb white
Elizabeth
douchebag sitting on social media saying, when white people are gone, it's going to be a great country. And you look at him and just go, what do you think? You're going to be high-fiving these people? They're going to love you and accept you? Get out of here, morons.
No, it's not. They have been brainwashed. They've taken it in. They've ingested it, and they fucking believe it, man.
Yeah.
The lie has become...
yeah, that's it. It's topsy-turvy, backwards, bizarro world.
Yeah. Let's go to Mo in Brooklyn. Hey, Mo.
Guys, what a great fucking show. I'm driving home. I'm hearing the news. I'm almost driving off the fucking road listening to this shit.
Be careful.
I get fucking nuts when Anthony talks about respect for this country, and I think about everything from the fucking NFL to all these motherfuckers who come here and do nothing but bitch and complain. Get the fuck out. I agree with you with San Francisco, Anthony.
Ugh.
Like you can't. That's the only fucking place you should kneel for the fucking flag, the rainbow flag. That's how I fucking feel.
Take two knees, my friend.
How did I become the fucking liberal in this fucking thing? Jesus Christ, I've been spewing the same shit for fucking night after night. All due respect, Mo. What the fuck?
Fucking liberal Nick DiPaolo.
What am I, Elizabeth Warren over here? You fucking titless wonder, you.
Hey, thank you, Mo.
I despise that bitch like you can't believe I fucking poker ain't this bastard. I can't stand her. Guys, I enjoy the show. I listen every night, Nick. You make my ride. I live in New York. I listen to these fucking liberal cocksuckers all day. And I get, at least when I drive home at night, I could have some sanity so I don't go home and beat the shit out of my wife.
All right. Well, your wife should thank us with some type of hand job. All right, Mo. Thank you.
Who the fuck said that? Who's the slimy little communist shit twinkle-toed cocksucker down here who just signed his own death warrant?
I love it.
Let's lighten it up.
I want all of you to enjoy your cake. So, enjoy.
Enjoy.
Let's take one more before we go to our first break. Bill in Los Angeles wanted to talk to Coleman.
Hello, Bill.
Hi, Anthony.
What are you, life partners? What the fuck's going on here?
What's up, man?
First off, gotta say, Nick and Larry 2020, remind everybody, vote for you guys. And Anthony, God, when you screamed out illegal alien, you made me think of an argument I got into with a liberal shit dick, saying how illegal aliens have committed no crime. I said, okay, so it's not a crime to own an illegal firearm. Well, no, what I meant was undocumented immigrant. Oh, well, then it's an undocumented firearm.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still illegal.
I made an undocumented withdrawal at the bank the other day. It was great. I just went in, walked out with some money. It was completely undocumented.
There really is semantics and word games.
They love They love twisting things around, rewording it to make it try to make it something else. They are here illegally, and they are aliens from another country. They are illegal aliens. Stop.
And Anthony, I wanted to ask you, you think you're going to ever do a bloodbath broadcast?
Just wipe everyone out, right? Yeah.
No, I was thinking maybe you, Nikki D, Billy Burr, Robert Kelly.
Take care of all family
Jimmy
business.
Norton.
I would love to,
and do what?
At some point, a bloodbath, just everybody on board at the same time. Yeah, maybe one of these days.
Yeah, and don't forget Rick Watts and bring some John Leguizamo For 'em.
Lego Zamos. Fucking boss.
All
Thanks
right.
a lot, man.
All right, Billy. Take
All
care of
right, you're
yourself. Have fun in the land of fucking Lala.
Oh.
Fucking.
Can't imagine.
All right.
That-
I'm
Take
gonna
care.
go home and vomit. Thank you.
All righty.
If any state needed a fucking earthquake.
Fucking.
I'm gonna fucking smash his fucking face in.
All right.
Facing. I love that.
Let's take a break, and I think we'll continue on this.
Yeah, this seems to be a hot topic.
Yeah, I mean, it's a travesty of fucking justice. Bill O'Reilly must be flipping out right now.
I read some of his tweets. He's out of his mind.
Is he tweeting about?
Oh, yeah.
He must be out
That
of
this
his.
is just a miscarriage of justice.
He's got his wife in a headlock.
What's happened to this country? And yeah, he's off on a tear on social media.
All right. And again, listen to Artie and Anthony show every Monday through Friday, 4 to 6. To do that, go to compoundmedia.com and follow Anthony at Anthony Comey XYZ. They keep adding letters every time he comes on.
That's it. They keep kicking me off, so I got to keep making new accounts.
You should put Anthony Comey LBGQT.
Maybe that'll do. Yeah.
So we'll come back. We'll continue with Anthony and a lot more of this hoopla. Sit tight, kids. Oh, yeah. Welcome back. Segment 2 on a Thursday. Anthony Comey sitting next to me.
My pleasure to be here, Nick.
And, yeah, I was thinking about doing it from home.
Oh, yeah, huh?
And I don't know what possessed me to drive. It's a 50-minute ride tonight, hour and 16 minutes.
So you can do this show from your house.
Yeah, I've done it. What a luxury.
awesome?
Like last night when they lit the tree, I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah. It'd be a pain in the ass to get in
Between
here.
the Taurus and ISIS on the sidewalk. Hey, who the fuck's got the
you don't know.
shooting at the baby Jesus at the top of the...
They said that the other day. They're like, oh yeah, look out, we got some threats, some chatter they heard about the trains. And I'm like, yeah, what am I going to do?
Right.
See something, don't say something, or else you'll be racist. Oh, okay. So now I'm just supposed to get on there, and then if something happens and you're splattered against a wall, everyone goes, well, first of all, this isn't Islam, and secondly, just go about your business. The terrorists can't win if we, and then you just keep killing people, and then passing it on as just as long as we still go to work every day. I don't want to be that guy. I don't think I want to be that guy.
That's how we win. We keep shopping. Is that how we shop?
Right, we keep shopping, keep going to work.
I'm shopping. I'm in a mall with no arms and legs.
Yeah,
Have to fucking
yeah.
trying to buy a soft pretzel. Fucking have somebody chew it for me.
At the Mall of America, that looks like the fucking.
I wouldn't go to. That's what I said. Mall of America. Are you shitting me? Could you name it? Fucking. You might as well paint a bullseye on your back.
It's all Islam. It's just. Men, women, and children. The women have the burqas on and everything. It's like Mall of America. It's almost like a joke, like they're twisting the screws on us.
I told you. I saw the three wise men getting out of a Range Rover in Times Square. Everybody looks like they just fucking came out of a manger. Yeah. It really is.
Manger.
Buy a fucking suit, some nice Hager slacks, and take off the hat, will you, please?
Here's a razor. Let me introduce you.
Let's go to Trevor in Ohio. Wants to talk about traditional American culture. Trevor, what's going on?
That's just my question. I guess I'm a little late to the party, but what is traditional American culture?
What is it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I got a little description. How about family matters, working for a living, not just to take care of you and your family, but to contribute to the country because it betters everybody. How about knowing right from wrong?
Law and order will be at the top of the list.
There you go.
It's what separates you from all the other third world shithole countries whence people come from. So
empathy, a little empathy for your fellow man that is contributing to society. Things like that. A commonality of culture and language. I think that's traditional. Amazing innovation.
It did work for a while.
It did. It worked very well for a while.
It pulled more people out of poverty, this system, than any other system. So why is it so fucking hated? And can you point to another country,
please,
whether it's socialist, communist, that's fucking worked? That's and the other thing about it being the most racist place on there's black and brown people trying to sneak in here every day. It's such a racist.
It's such a racist.
So I don't know.
nation.
I think there's some evidence that all that combined would be American culture.
Yeah.
Trevor, your thoughts?
That's it. I was just curious as to what you guys think it is, because I have no idea what the hell it is. So
That's because you know why you have no idea what it is? Because you went to American schools. They don't want you to know what it is.
They don't want you to know. They want
you to know how the other cultures are equal to our culture, which is a crock of shit too.
And they're just trying to rip down everything that's been traditional.
Thanks, Trevor.
and has worked in this country for so long. It's got to be destroyed. It's got to be torn down, made to be evil, and everything else. Like when they talk about the evilness of we don't want another old white guy to be in there. It's like, well, you know what? Maybe just a little diversity or change of this, but you can't fault old white guys that did everything to make this country what it is.
Oh, yes, you can.
Oh, believe me, I know they can. But, if you want to change things, fine. But
how can you say that, Anthony? I saw a movie up for an Oscar last year where a black woman worked for NASA. We couldn't have got the moon.
Couldn't even get to the moon.
I mean, come on.
Neil Armstrong's on that mic going, please, get me Jemima. I don't care.
Aisha, we have a problem.
I've seen documentaries in that control room. Not a lot of diversity.
This is ground control to Uncle Tom. You're stepping through the door. Oh, my goodness. That one's going down in history. Let's go to Jimmy in Manhattan. Jimmy, welcome to the show. Say hi to Ant.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, Nick. I just wanted to say that, with all this stuff, we're not even acknowledging our citizenship. So I was just wondering, do you think to avoid the Civil War, if this thing doesn't change, that New York, California, Washington, and, all the Northeast become their own sovereign nations and let them deal with these issues? I mean, no one wants to address the issues.
Well, California wants to secede anyways.
Yeah.
I think it can't happen fast enough. I hate to say that because I lived out there. It's a beautiful state. San Francisco physically was my favorite place in this country. Northern California, the weather.
Mm-hmm.
I went out to San Francisco the first 5 times I went out there to do comedy. It's the only city that I would leave the hotel all day and go on foot. And I do that nowhere. You're not going to do it in Milwaukee. How many times you can see the Bowling Hall of Fame? but seriously, physically beautiful and it just, look at it. It's in poverty now. And
homeless, drug addicts all over the place.
And look at it. They're bankrupt. And so I don't want to hear about your fucking diversity, your political correctness, and open the gates. California, you can hold it up as a model of what not to do, in my opinion.
What the entire country could be, just a wreck.
I mean, you can't even walk around Times Square and take a picture without people attacking you. You can't even act like a tourist here. It's crazy.
Tell me about it. I hear you, my friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy. Anything else?
Have a good night.
All right.
No. I just thank you. You're the 2 guys I listen to all day. I have no life. Thank you.
Well, that's a great life, if you ask me.
This is an endorsement for the show.
If you have no life,
thank you for all
listen
you
to
do,
Nick
Anthony,
DiPaolo.
and thank you.
And Anthony Cumia. Thanks, man.
All right, Jimmy.
There he goes. Good guy.
I got no life. I'm paralyzed from the shoulders down. I was like,
could you imagine? Like that guy was deported 5 times. This guy in San Francisco.
And we couldn't bring that up in court, by the way.
Couldn't bring it up in court. And the fact that San Francisco being a sanctuary city, if this guy committed crimes, which I'm certain he did over the course of 5 deportations, they couldn't or wouldn't turn him into federal authorities to get his ass out of here again.
Right.
So San Francisco and their sanctuary city policy is definitely complicit in this girl's death. They absolutely have some responsibility because of how they run their city in this girl's death, and something should be done. Trump has to start holding back federal funds, whatever the hell he can do. And I know there are judges out there that strike that down in a second. Well, the Ninth Circuit judge says he can't withhold funds.
But start whacking the judges.
Right.
They're legislating from the bench. Fucking liberal.
I love that you
stains.
know and like Star Chamber because it's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, my God. It's like porn to me. I yank it when I watch it.
It's just a small little enclave of judges that they make the decision and dole out the sentence. assistance, and
we need it right now.
We so need it.
Juries don't work.
They don't work anymore.
But how about that we are choosing what federal laws to obey and not to obey?
To obey.
That is the decay, right? That's what happens in third world shithole and banana republic.
Right.
We're on the law is saying fuck you to the law. You're
Yeah.
And I know I'm not the only one to make this point, but how about what if somebody like a conservative governor said, okay, then we're going to ignore the gun control fucking law.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And just everybody, open carry, no regulation. You'll get complete mayhem, yes. Or how about, we're going to literally round up and throw out illegal aliens from our state and put them over. We have an anti-sanctuary state. We're going to throw them out and take them over to San Francisco or California. let them stay there. I think there'd be a problem with that.
What are they going to do with this guy now?
Yeah, what's
now? He get? They can get him housing, subsidized housing,
you know what?
the Bay in Oakland or some shit. What are they gonna?
I would have laughed at that maybe a year ago or so, but it's but
it could happen.
It could.
It's not a joke anymore.
At this point, it could absolutely happen, and you don't know. I honestly thought manslaughter. You hit a guy. Yeah, you hit a guy with a car. Up on manslaughter. It's a manslaughter charge.
So he got off nothing. He got charged with nothing.
He has this bullshit weapons charge. Firing a gun in city limits. Something Barney Fife would write you a ticket for.
Right.
The big ones, that's it. It should have at least been manslaughter. At the very least. You committed a crime. Somebody was murdered during your commission of a crime. That right there is murder to me, but at least manslaughter, but nothing.
I want to know, and here's the other thing we should do: make public the jury. I want to know I want to know the age, the gender.
I want to know everything.
I want to know how they voted. I want to know their racial makeup. I want to know their religion. I want to know where they went to college, and I want their home addresses. And
everything, because I love saying, I knew it. Nothing pleases me more than seeing a link to a story and clicking on it, reading the story, and then hitting that point where I go, oh, that figures. Oh, of course. I get joy.
Jay in San Diego, welcome to the show, Jay.
Hey, guys, what's going on, man?
What's
How
happening?
This travesty, man. This is a fucking nightmare. But I wanted to let you know that I'm doing my part. We recently moved. We have a truck. We went to get some Mexican people to help us who was standing on the side of the road, looking for dish outs and stuff.
Yeah.
We picked them up, saying, hey, can y'all help us move? Say, yeah, see, yeah, we can. Okay, all right. So we got them in the truck, and we took them to the local ice building, and they scattered like flies.
Did you really?
It was fun.
I've heard this.
Yeah. Hey, everyone's got to do their part, man. I'm doing mine. So if anyone's listening out there wondering what they can do that. It's easy. It's fun. And, you do good for the country.
Where did you say you were bringing them?
To a local ICE building. You know what I mean? The ICE.
Oh, but where did they want to go?
Where did they think they were going? What did you tell them?
Oh, they thought they were going to help us move.
Like you pick them up for work.
Yeah, like Home
Depot.
Hey,
we're going to pay you a couple of bucks to help us move. And then you go to the...
Jesus, they'll hang you by your balls for that.
Oh, man, right? Get the old...
And it's fun. And we're doing our part. You know what I'm saying?
It's fun.
I mean, I got to tell you, man, this is a fucking... It's a nightmare. The prosecutor's probably a fucking rib.
Of course.
They're going, you know what? Let's get him out. Let's get him out. He's all right. Fuck them. Fuck the judge.
I agree.
For not allowing the damn evidence to come full circle. The judge, man, fuck him. I mean, this is ridiculous.
At this point, I'm just feeling bad for everybody around the area with all the riots tonight and the setting fires and looting because this verdict didn't go the way we feel it should have.
Yeah,
and it's the city's going to pay through fire and assaults and gunfire. It's going to be crazy.
You watch those two white guys go shit house.
No shit.
Fucking make me sick. All right, Jay. Thank you for doing your part, man. You're a patriot.
It is.
You might as well be a WW2 vet to me. Doing that shit. Tell him. Yeah, we're going to bring it to the Home Depot parking lot.
We're going to
set up.
want to make a few pesos? Come on over.
They do that, right? The cops do that sometimes. Remember they tell a bunch of people come to so and so at a hotel. We're having they
Great
tell
gag.
parolees to come.
The banquet hall in a hotel, and it's like we're giving away trips.
They're
or
giving away
TVs
shit, and then they bust
stuff.
the cops bust a
It's
bunch
like,
of.
so, hey, are you Bob Smith? So, yeah, that's me. All right.
He's right.
Turn around.
Jay's right, though. It's up to us.
It is up to us at this point. Never condoning violence, but his idea is great. You just turn them right back over to the authorities that can kick their ass back over the border.
And nothing. Yeah, like I said, nobody gets hurt.
No one gets hurt. We have a few laughs.
We have
a few laughs.
Let's go to Russell in Houston. Russell, welcome to the show.
Hey, Nick, big fan. Listen every night.
Thank you, Russell.
And Ant, big fan too.
Well, thank you,
I love
sir.
you and Artie, but I think you and Nick just have such great chemistry together.
I always love
It'd be
doing a
great
show with Mr. Nick DiPaolo. It's always good.
Couple of cranky greaseballs.
Right.
Hey, talking about the shit show in San Francisco, could you imagine if me, a law-abiding citizen, used a firearm in a self-defense situation? The prosecutor would throw the book at me. I mean, I would probably go to jail.
I was just saying that. I was just saying
Ridiculous.
that if it wasn't a textbook case, a slam dunk case of self-defense, you would be up on manslaughter charges at the very least, and probably be convicted of manslaughter. I can't get over the fact that this guy had a gun that was stolen from law enforcement. He was illegally in this
country. Can I ask
country.
you a question? Did he steal it out of the truck?
They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know. But it was a stolen weapon.
Right.
He had it in his possession. He, regardless of what the defense said, that it was an accident, it ricocheted. Regardless of that, his actions caused her death through his negligence. It should at least be manslaughter. But what happens? This dumb, ignorant jury, I'm sure, which, like Nick said, I so want to know everything about this jury.
It looks like a brochure for City College.
I'm sure, and they see this poor. A dreamer, perhaps a poor dreamer here in this country, and the antithesis, or the epitome of what's evil in this country, a productive white woman, and they go, well, obviously he's the victim here, so
that's
it. That's the America we live in.
The lie has become the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm getting tired of saying Orwellian. I'm sick of saying Orwellian.
I
but
know.
everywhere you look, Orwellian.
Quoted him last night and the night before.
Yeah, it's crazy.
About a society. My favorite quote is a society that gets away from the truth will hate the people who are speaking the truth.
Speaking the truth,
So
yeah.
I paraphrase because I have the memory of a fucking WW1 vet.
I have the memory of something that doesn't remember well.
Fucking losing my mind here.
The further a society drifts from the truth,
the more it will hate those that speak it.
Yeah.
That was my yearbook picture, the quote under it. Nobody knew what I was talking about.
It really is amazing when you think of George Orwell and what he wrote so long ago and just how it's nailing what's going on.
I know. This guy is I think he's underrated as a,
absolutely.
a prophet.
It is so absolutely what's happening. When you read it years ago, you couldn't understand how that could happen. You're like, this can't get out of here.
No.
What? The truth is the lie is the truth. Newspeak, the lies that we're getting, the media lying, this changing things. And then it's like, holy shit, he nailed it. He nailed the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we let it just happen.
But why can some of us see that the lie is the truth and some can't?
It's the they live glasses that we're wearing.
What?
The Rowdy Roddy Piper put on the sunglasses and we see the truth. I don't know. Some people can see it.
How the fucking...
And not only see it, it's so blatantly obvious that I don't understand who can't see it.
People who choose not to, do they know and ignore? I don't know. In show business, they ignore it. They go with the fucking, they told the party line.
Oh, well, they're paying their fucking
are they
penance.
ever? We'll get to that.
The media, DC, they're all in cahoots, and they're all a bunch of scumbags.
Yeah, these globalists. It's a cabal of fucking fruitcakes. There's about 18 of them running this whole fucking
running the whole show.
We'll get to that, too. I don't know the end game. I ask it every night about the whole gay fucking transgender. Why is that our focus?
Why is that the issue?
And
there's a crazy little Asian guy pointing nuclear missiles at us, and we're worried about Matt Lauer. It's crazy.
I know. I hope he hits CNN, the building, right in Wolf Blitz's window.
When everybody talks about his nukes and everything, you're like, yeah, that would be terrible. And it's like, well, where would it hit? That's how terrible it would be.
No, I know, because about a month ago they mentioned it could reach Seattle, San Francisco, and I went, yeah, what's the problem?
Yeah, and?
That's what I said. And I don't want to do that because we're a drive time on the West Coast.
Yeah. And we're going to take them out. Well, not quite yet.
I need the numbers. I can't have a missile landing on the 405 at 5 o'clock and taking out half my audience. For the love of Christ. You know what I'm saying to you? Bob in Ontario, say hi to Anthony Comia.
Hey there, Bob. Oh.
It makes no sense. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Bob. What the... every time I hear that, I picture a homeless guy with a harmonica laying on a bench with a shit in his pants.
He's quick with a stinger.
Oh. Let's go to our favorite caller. But this guy's a regular. He's from the Nutmeg State. It's a good friend, Nathan. Nathan, what's going on?
Yes. Hello. Good evening, both fellows. This is a very spirited conversation, and I'm enjoying it very much. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. I'm guessing you're finding it, me and Anthony, a little too rough around the edges when we get together. And
well, Nick, as usual, you land the arrow right on the bullseye. I will say that I feel like I'm eavesdropping, maybe on a holding cell chatter between two Italian fellows, hoping the judge cuts them a break.
Yeah, they won't cut us a break. We're not brown enough.
No shit.
But this is really hello, Mr. Comia. You're a very funny man.
Thank you, sir.
You were the Nick has a lot of his kindred spirits, cronies on his show. The only fellow he hasn't, I don't believe, is that. Do you know the ruddy Irish fellow who looks like maybe he taught a woodshop class in high school?
Rutty Irish fellow taught a woodshop class in high school.
He's I've seen him. I don't know if Nick has had on. He looks like maybe he could be running the leader in a Knights of Columbus or an AA group or something. Very disheveled.
Who's he talking about? Colin?
Maybe Colin Quinn.
That's the fellow. Yes. But Nick has a lot of funny friends. Mr. Cumia, may I ask you a question?
Of course, sir. Yes.
Well, okay. How do you feel about? I work in a mall in Connecticut, and we have many Muslim Americans that have been shopping there lately. And do you know that they added a Indian restaurant in the food court?
Oh my goodness!
To accommodate this group, and if I may play the advocate, the local stores that were adjacent to the food court were not happy because of the wafting odors.
Oh, I don't know why, because I don't think Indians, I think that's Sikhs instead of Muslims, but they all got something on their head. I see your point.
We have a lot. We have a lot of them. There is a bazaar close by, almost like a flea market with a lot of shop, and I believe...
How long before that gets blown up?
Yeah,
it's always a outside bazaar.
Anytime you see those, like on videos, it's like I would never go there.
People still go to an outside shop in fucking Tehran, trying to pick up some socks.
It looks like Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, when he's walking through.
And I believe they shop for their garb and maybe spices and maybe
spices.
Some, dried caterpillar anuses and something like that.
A delicacy.
Nutmeg.
Yes, maybe that too. That's actually, Nick, do you know that's a very common spice in Indian cooking?
It is. North African cooking. Very
nutmeg.
They like the nutmeg. They're all spice. And I had a summer home in Somalia, and, so I know this type of shit.
I could do without it if it meant, maybe see if...
Anything else, Nathan, before I go to break?
If I may ask, Mr. Cumia, you're the funny fellow that landed on your feet after, unfortunately, being waylaid and bludgeoned by a sultry African-American lady?
Yes, that was me. I was fired. I created a Compound Media after I was smacked around by an African American woman in Times Square. Yes.
You had it coming, you crusty white
I
fuck.
really did. Karma, man.
glad,
Karma. Yeah, good. I'd have been fired 18 more times if I still had the job, believe me. The only way I'm not fired now is I literally had to build my own broadcast studio and become my own boss. I would have been fired today for what I said on my own show. Every day I would be fired. I'm blessed that I don't care about allegations, any other bullshit that people want to pull out of their ass. I am my own boss, and I fucking love it.
Well, kudos to you, sir, and I'm very glad you landed on your feet. Much like Nick after he got 10 pounds of a polyp hemorrhoid removed. If you know what I mean.
Well, with a little elbow grease,
Nathan.
anyone could do anything.
And I say good evening, you pair of domineering dagos.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Wanna fucking smash his fucking face in.
Hey, you big angry guy.
That was Nathan, a regular caller.
Yeah,
Funny MFer.
From the Nutmeg State.
I go, you Jewish, Nathan? He goes, yes, I'm doing quite well. Then there's a pause. He goes, I'm in retail. That's when I know he was a fucking comedian, because it was this pause.
He knows
only
exactly
comedians would
where
know.
to pause. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And anyways, let's take a break, and we come back. We can talk about a couple things. Disney debuts its first boy princess.
Jesus Christ.
They're the most evil fucking cult out there, Disney.
Oh, yeah.
And we can talk about the NFL offers millions to the social justice players that, and of course that's not good enough.
No, of course
for some of them. So, that's what we'll go after.
At least the ratings
All
are
right?
up for them.
866-969-1969. Back after this. Welcome back. Second hour. Anthony Comia in the house.
Love it.
He got past no problem down at the security.
They finally
Didn't
got
ask for
me.
a stool sample on the way in.
Yeah, they got me in the system. It's great. I co-hosted for Jimmy when Sam was out
you did?
about a week ago.
I didn't know.
It was, oh my God, what a
Good for
pisser,
you.
man. A lot of fun. So, yeah, apparently they've let me back in the building.
Yeah.
I'm not persona non grata anymore, which is nice. So, only took 3.5 years.
I know they'd come around. We'll
Yeah.
take one or two more calls, and I want to get onto this thing. Disney debuts First Boy Princess.
Well, it's about time, Nick, I say.
Yeah, me too. It's a animated thing, Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Does it?
Which is probably the GOP.
I'm sure.
Kyle in Seattle. What's up, Kyle?
Hey, Nick. First, I hope when they reshuffle this channel again in a month, they make you co-host with Nathan. That guy's hilarious.
That would be a good show right there. No doubt.
And from everyone in Seattle, fuck you. We very much care about North Korea's missiles.
Yes, Seattle's a good city, but that comment was more directed towards San Francisco and Los Angeles. But
sorry, you got to take the fallout.
Yeah, you're gonna catch some fucking collateral damage, as we call it.
Look, your hair might fall out, and your gums might bleed, but I think you'll pull through.
You might have a
All right.
kid with 3 fucking arms growing out of his forehead, but so what?
I love the optimism on this show. So I gotta say, I turn on the radio getting in the car to drive home, and I hear Orwellian quotes, and I'm thinking that you guys turned around on Trump and global warming, and then I realize who you are. And so I gotta know, what is your list of truths that people hate?
Truths that people hate. I don't
Oh,
understand the question.
Yeah,
like what?
You said, well, in my head, when you were talking about the more people go away from facts, the more people hate those who speak truth.
It was the further.
And in my head, I'm thinking global warming and Trump as being false facts that I can't stand.
Oh,
and,
No.
Oh, global warming's already settled, according
It's
to
a
you.
fact?
It's a fact.
Yeah, the world is getting warmer. Absolutely.
Okay, but you know what? It's going to go up a degree in the next fucking 10,000 years. Really, not an excuse to fuck up the American economy.
Right now.
Right now,
Yeah.
exactly. That's.
Yeah.
I agree. It's getting warm. I get the sun. I never got sunburn. I'm Italian. Seriously,
You're
I
getting
do.
sunburn now.
It's definitely something's. I'm not shitting you. Something's changed in the atmosphere.
Me neither.
I get a sunburn like I'm out there for an hour now. But
Yeah.
I agree with that. But I'm just saying, don't use it as an excuse to throw some carbon tax and to once again fuck the American taxpayer in the ass. That's all I'm saying.
You're not going to pay a carbon tax.
Oh, fuck you. Of course I am. It's
Yeah,
a
because
fucking...
they don't throw a tax on everything.
Come on, Kyle.
My carbon footprint is like Cloverfield.
You know what they
It's
say?
fucking giant.
You know what they say about guys with giant fucking carbon footprints?
Oh, yeah. But put it this way, my pool heater's still on.
But anyways.
There are plenty of things that are like that truth lies are truth and stuff.
Yeah.
Just the fact that Trump is looked at as just the Antichrist, the worst thing that could possibly happen to the United States. This will be the diatribe that they'll go through for his entire administration. Meanwhile, look back a year, look right now. At the very least, we're still here. We haven't there's no nuclear war yet. We haven't destroyed the environment. We haven't, and even more so, it's an amazing transformation economically that this country has gone through
Already.
over a year
After the socialist cocksucker for 8 years. Go ahead.
Now go tell me that it was because of Obama. Go ahead.
No, that's fine, but don't fucking sit there in Mississippi or Missouri and tell me, oh, it's going to be so bad for me. It's not going to be bad for Trump, and that's fine. If he thinks he can do better with money not going to taxes, then say it. But don't sit there and act like he's going to set himself up to be in the poorhouse, or when he dies, his kids aren't going to get every cent now.
Who's saying
that? Are you talking about the death tax? Which is hilarious to me. Like the audacity that a family would want to
keep its own money,
give down their money and their wealth to their ancestors. That's the gall.
Anthony, that's selfish.
The nerve of these people not wanting to give it to a government that has only proven that they can waste money like no one's business. The audacity.
And it's my money.
And it's my fucking money, right?
It's all
Fuck
fine,
you,
but
pay
don't
me.
tell me it's bad for you. You're doing what you want to do. It's my money. I should have it. But when Trump says it's going to be real bad for me, it's bullshit. It's a lie. But he acts like he's making a sacrifice for himself. No, he wants his money. It's the right thing to do. That's what he thinks. Tell me that. Don't try to act like he's doing it for me.
So you're saying it's a lot like you could keep. Is it a lot like you could keep your own doctor, and you could keep your plan if you like your plan?
Yeah.
You mean lies like that? Yeah, thanks.
We can talk lies from politicians, absolutely, but come on, give me mine then. I'll give you that one. That's bullshit too.
Thanks. All right. Got him, need him.
Trump wants his money, and he thinks it's better for the economy if rich people have their money back.
But Kyle, don't rich people say the top 1%? Don't they pay like 70% of the taxes?
Huge amount.
Yes.
And so what the fuck? What do you? I mean, no poor person has ever created a job for anybody. I'm so tired of this fucking argument.
Trickle down doesn't work. Trickle
somebody
up
has to get
definitely
hurt.
doesn't work.
Yeah. All right. Anyways.
Poor people spend their money. All right. You
All
guys
right.
have a good night.
All right, Kyle.
Enjoy.
Good call, brother. Watch out for those missiles from that fucking zipper head. All right. That chunky little Shemp Howard fucking haircut and motherfucker.
He makes his soldiers march like they'd be exhausted by the time they get to the battle.
I look at
You
him.
ever
I
try
go,
to walk like that?
I know. It's like fucking. Is that an army of the Rockettes? He's fucking. They're fucking in unison like I've never seen.
Holy shit. Do they do that little thing where they fall backwards on each other?
I always look for the one. I'm always looking for the one that's a little out of step because you know he's going to get fucking. They're going to shoot him
He's
after the fucking.
so dead.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he missed a step. Poor Wang.
Do you hear how he kills some of his guys with fucking
cannon?
The cannon.
Yeah.
With the cannons. The cannon that would make a hole in a boat like this. He shoots people with those.
They tie him across the front of the barrel, the breech, or the barrel, and fire it right through him. A shell, like Nick said, a shell that would take out a ship.
It's like eating one of my grandmother's shells when I was a kid.
Oh, those will stay with you.
800-pound lead.
You got to give him creativity.
They did that to one guy. It just knocked the wind out of him. He's very tough.
Yeah.
All right, let me get on to Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get on to Disney polluting your kids' minds. Speaking of leftist horse, you talk about a cult. These fuckers
An
want
indoctrination
Oh,
center.
they want your son licking a taint by the time he's in 4th grade. These fuck stains. Disney debuts first boy princess in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Star vs. the Forces of Evil, which airs on Disney XD, whatever the fuck that. This is how you know it's good, Anthony. Huffington Post says it's a beautiful moment, in quotes, that could be incredibly influential for kids who are soaking up social cues about what it means to be a boy or a girl.
Soaking up something.
Eat my ass.
Again, it's too quick.
I hear they're also coming out with Butt Pirates of the Caribbean.
Here's something from Star versus the Forces of Evil. It's an animated thing for your kids, and here's some audio from it.
Tardina isn't a princess. She's a boy!
How'd you know about Rodrigo?
Whatever! That doesn't prove anything! Princesses can be hairy!
Yeah! We believe in you, Tardina! No. I lied to you. I am a boy.
He's lying.
He's a fag.
I fucking watched it, and this somebody wrote a review on this. I forget what the PJ Media, and the person who reviewed it couldn't even make
PJ Media
couldn't make heads or tails of it.
I bet tails, head and tails.
The person who wrote it says, "Now I have no idea what this show is actually about. I find it hard to even watch the clip in order to write this article. There's a chainsaw wielding torso with one severed arm and no legs, a disembodied unicorn head, and a variety of animal-headed, gruff-voiced princesses."
Oh my!
I watched it. It's true. Like the woman characters, they're always supposed to be like dykey type fucking.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up. It's truly disturbing. But according to IMDb, the show is about intergalactic warrior Star Butterfly who battles villains throughout the universe. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Here's another clip from Turdina.
No. Why does it matter if he's a boy? Nothing he said was wrong.
Yeah! He can think for himself and so can we! He can be a princess if he wants to!
Turdina's a state of mind!
Turdina is a state of
mind.
I guess they're talking about sexuality. This is what it's so intentional to confuse your kid.
It's what we were just saying. It's obvious to us watching this and listening to this. Who isn't this obvious to that it's complete brainwashing,
indoctrination
to children? Like, listen to the voices. Who is that meant for? Who is that meant for? Toddlers and little children.
Right.
And what are they going to get out of it? That if a boy can dress like a princess, what?
Yes.
They are trying so hard to undermine everything in this country that is traditionally male, female.
Well, I said that the day that they came out where they identify as a girl, all bets are off. I said that's it. If you can
And
point
they
to your
laughed.
dick and go, "I'm a woman tonight. I'm going shoplifting. I'm gonna fucking. I should be able. You should be able. All bets are fucking off."
And people
There's
laughed, right? Oh, stop,
No,
Nick. Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
people are going to think, oh, real. And then it just gets, because it's the old you give them an inch, they take a mile thing. No one goes away after they get their way with an
And
organization.
aren't they the pro-science party, the Democrats? They're the ones saying,
Only with the global warming, they love
they're
saying
pro-science.
scientists.
But when you point to your vagina, go, "I'm Bill tonight." That's fucking all.
Yeah.
That's fine.
This
Who's pro-science?
convoluted idea of global warming on a planet that is billions of years old, that goes through climate changes.
It
And
has.
it has.
It's
for-
gone through
for its
1,000 cycles.
Entire history of ever being. That they know for sure it's global warming. Yet something that is absolutely positive. XXXY chromosomes. That's vague and can be up for debate. They're fucking retarded. By the way, which is an extra chromosome.
That's offensive. That word.
It really is.
We made
the R word.
We made that kid in the.
Oh, he's a star.
We made this kid a star on
The Shriners
the
kid?
Shriners kid in the wheelchair.
Who doesn't love him?
I love that
Yeah.
kid. I said
His adorable blanket.
the first time I saw the commercial, and this was like 4 years ago, I said to my wife, "He's suffering from Jay Leno face." And
He's got a little cheese.
he's got can read this in TV guide.
You can donate for it.
And
$50 a blanket.
I love
my
the
grandma.
I love that kid. So he donated. I donated.
How do you not? You watch that commercial at night, and
Yeah.
it's just, oh my
We've
God.
made so much fun of him, though, for our own entertainment.
Well,
I
look,
had to give him money.
as long as you
What do you mean?
give a
We've
little
never
back.
been mean to him.
I felt bad.
You start cracking up every time. Right in the middle of the show, I see his
Oh,
eyes
it's-
get big, and every time I look over my shoulder.
Every
Here he
time.
comes.
Yeah, there he comes, rolling down the hallway.
guide, yeah.
Rolling down the hallway.
Here's my little black Ed Sullivan friend. And the kid comes out. Right here at the...
Really big tumor.
Shit.
I know that's mean
You know,
and
that
immature,
kid's-
but
he's
that's me.
15. The kid's 15 years old. He does a sports podcast. What? That little shit.
He does a sports podcast?
Yeah, he
remember he was
does,
on game day. They had him on.
What's his name?
I didn't
Paul?
know.
I don't know what his name is.
Is that right?
What's his name? You remember his name?
We've been calling him Little Jay Leno.
Little Jay Leno.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's 15, and he does a little sports podcast. It's hilarious.
I want to hear from people who have...
I don't like the waiters. He's giving odds. He's taking book. I'll break your fucking legs. Little kid, half the people in the Shriners are because he cracked their kneecaps.
My friend took the Jets minus 3.5, and they didn't cover. And so I pushed him against the wall. He fucking broke a hole in his throat. They had to give him a trachea.
Well, cry into your adorable blanket, you little shit. Pay me. Fuck you, pay me. I have cancer. Fuck you, pay me.
Cry into your adorable blanket. Oh, my God. Fucking kid's got a sports podcast.
He's got a sports podcast, a little fuck.
Can you imagine that?
I think they should run a 3-4 defense, and the outside linebacker should go down a 3 position instead.
Oh, my aching stem.
Yeah.
Shit. Anybody? Why do I even
God
bring up
damn.
this story?
I love it.
I'm just trying to do my job. Does anybody give a fuck?
Right? You come in, you
Anybody?
prepare.
Disney. Mike in Milwaukee, your thoughts on Disney? I know you have a kid who's on the border. Go ahead.
Oh, Jesus, I forgot what I called you.
It's always a good song.
I'll tell you what it
We
says on the
laughing about
screen.
this fucking kid or no? I don't
says,
know anymore.
Mike, it
What-
says,
you know.
Mike, it says Disney wants us to be all Ken dolls and
Yes,
gender.
they do. That's what the fucking animals are all about. It's the no more Jennifer gender identification. It's happening in schools with awards and so on. They don't want you can't say you're a boy or a girl anymore because you might hurt somebody's feelings that's not fucking sure about what they are.
I know. Talk about going after the truth and twisting it. What is more truthful than a fucking?
Then there's a boy and a girl.
I really have a problem.
Yeah, I understand if people want to be gay, but you're still a boy and you're still a girl and you're gay. But the fact that they say, well, no, he can now decide his gender. It's like, no, he can't.
No,
At 6.
government's going to do it pretty
At
soon.
6 years old.
Yeah. I want
What
to
does
see
he
him
want to
go.
be? I want to be a girl or a snake or Godzilla. Yeah, you're
Or a
6,
fucking
you dummy.
unicorn with no body on a cartoon.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Or
so fucking
identifying
woke.
as a brown
Dummies.
person.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so
You know,
I
we
don't know
gotta
where we're
go.
headed. It's really
It's child abuse. Is
yeah,
what some
well,
of
it
these parents are
is.
doing. I think it's a new form of that Munchausen syndrome where mothers
they
or fathers
get the attention, the parents?
Yeah, they get their kids sick and then go to the hospital and nurse them to health and talk to the
Yes.
nurses about their sick kid. It becomes their life. So now I think they're going, my child's gender fluid, so they could talk about it to everyone and spice up their boring fucking lives at the cost of their kid.
Let me ask you a question. How do you get gender fluid out of a mouse pad? That's my question.
You got to rub it a couple times. I think.
A little club soda and lime.
I got some gender fluid for
all right,
you.
all right, Mike.
Honey.
Anything else, Mike?
That's. I didn't get to say hi to Anthony. How you doing, Anthony?
How you doing, man? Thank you.
I'm good. Good. You guys are killing me. You made me forget how mad I was about that fucking dork that Kyle that called and them cocksuckers in San Francisco. You can't tell me those fuckers didn't know about.
No,
this
we
guy's
like Kyle,
history,
but,
and would it have made any difference?
Oh yeah.
I
no.
know that's 10 minutes ago. I'm sorry.
They
No,
should
it's
have
all right.
rousted
All
him
wound
off of that pier.
Yeah.
But, let him lay there, let him set up camp.
And
So
that
they
was
do
right.
it.
Thanks for the call, Mike. That was right in the fucking. That's down by the pier. That's the tourist.
It's
walking
supposed to be the area that tourists go back home and go, what a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And they let these fucking monsters just lounge around down there, waiting to shoot people.
Where was he shooting from? Did anybody know?
The hip. No, I have no idea. He
I walked into that one, didn't I?
Yeah, I think he was. the prosecution was trying to say that it was some kind of a Russian roulette thing he was doing. Like he would fire it, and if there was a round in the chamber, but wasn't it an automatic? You can't do that with.
No, that's what I mean. I didn't get the Russian roulette metaphor
killed
either.
a woman and should pay the price for it. Time.
Yeah, but he's just a brown person.
All
And
right.
he's a victim.
Victim.
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
I want to talk about
City.
Disney poisoning your kids, and luckily Margaret does in New York. Margaret?
Hello.
Hi, Margaret. How are you? Your thoughts on
New York,
Disney?
all right.
Well, first of all, I have a story. I just bought a new truck, a Cadillac, and I'm driving
From
it up-
Potemkin.
It's a what?
No, go continue. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm driving it up to the Catskills to meet for the holiday with my kids.
Penn Hills?
I got huh? Are you smart
Go ahead,
mouth?
Mark.
All right.
No, you're smart. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
My question is, how come the radio station that's on is all the cursing with you? I agree with everything you've said, every word, but not the way you say
cursing.
it.
I get you.
I don't understand it.
Well, you got to admit,
how can you get away with this?
Well, you got to
You're
admit.
on and on. The guy
Hey, listen,
the guy
bitch.
that killed Kate all right, the guy that killed Kate Steinle.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with the Walt Disney and all of it. I'm sure my husband's training over and is great, but my God, gentlemen.
But that guy was a fucking asshole, Margaret,
Oh.
that shot that bitch.
Language.
So why is my radio? First of all, how is it allowed? Explain.
I don't know.
it.
I'll tell you. You blame the cocksuckers at the network for this type of.
So this isn't the regular radio, then.
No, this is AM. You're listening to 68 AM in Boston. Now here's Ted with the news.
This is BZ.
No, this is not AM station.
No,
I know, but
no,
you want to talk down to me? I'm not an idiot.
No, Margaret.
no.
Margaret, we're kidding. We're having fun.
You gave an eight.
Oh, boy.
I've lived a life. I've raised a family. You gave an 800 number, so I thought I'd call.
God bless
No,
you.
we love you.
God bless
Margaret,
you.
we're having fun with you. You're right. We do talk a little, it gets a little salty.
A little blue.
It gets a little dirty.
But why?
Well, we're frustrated. We're frustrated, and this is satellite radio where you're allowed to talk the way you want to talk.
Right.
You have to let men be men.
You know, satellite like Sputnik or Telstar. Right?
You know, I fucking hate the way you make me fucking ride you. Now get the fuck out of here.
So this is they talked to me for hours when I bought the car about this and that and the other, and this is the
things.
subscription radio, yeah.
Yeah, you don't. Yes.
All right.
The
So
Catskills.
it's a subscription I have to do. That's what it is.
But with Margaret, we love you. We're having a little fun with you. We do talk.
Yeah.
It gets a little salty.
Well, good. That's all right.
But no, if you call, I promise this, Margaret. If you call into the show when we're on the line with you, we will clean it up for you.
Right.
God bless you.
All
When
right.
are you on? When is your time? I'm usually not up till late.
8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday.
We're like the heart-shaped bed and tub up in the Catskills, as opposed to regular hotel room. You know, regular hotel room is like regular radio. We're like the champagne glass with the bubbles. A
I
little
haven't
salty,
been to a hotel in
a little
years.
sexy.
I stay with my family.
Oh, that's good. God bless you.
I love
God
you.
bless.
All right, I appreciate you taking the time. Did you want my opinion on any of this?
We'll ask you for it.
No, did you want to? I mean, it's a talk show.
Yes. Yeah. What's your opinion on Walt Disney, Margaret?
Well, I mean, my kids grew up on it, and now my son's a lawyer. My Henry
Does he
passed
suck a dick?
away, God bless him. But that it's frustrating. It's just that they want to do. They want to be a part of what they think the rest of the world wants to hear. It's not what we
right.
want to hear. It's
And
not what we want to hear.
They're all about the gays at Disney now, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. When my Harold joined the military, I'll tell you what, you catch a beating if
Don't
you're
ask, don't
homosexual.
tell.
That's exactly right, Margaret.
That's right.
That's right.
Until that Bill Clinton.
Oh, and then he does the don't ask, don't tell him.
Exactly.
Let them all in.
God bless you, Margaret, and I'm glad you
All
bought
right,
a kettle.
So listen, suck a dick and fuck a horse.
I love it.
Oh my God! It might be. Holy
wow,
shit!
that was good.
That might be the greatest call in the history.
That was. She really.
She sucker punched
She
us.
Was
totally
that a troll
nailed
the
me.
entire time?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
no. I think she just came up with it.
You think?
Yes, I do. I'm giving Margaret credit for being funny.
That got me.
She sandbagged us.
She got us, man. She got us.
God, Margaret, if you're listening, God bless you.
The Cadillac.
God bless you and your 80-year-old snatch.
Is that nice? My husband be rolling over in his
Harold.
grave. My Harold, the lawyer. Like, she had all the features. I love it.
This goes out to Margaret.
I want all of you to enjoy your cake. So, enjoy.
Enjoy. The trucks. Your father's trucks.
How about Margaret? God bless. So she just bought a Cadillac and she didn't realize that it's satellite radio.
It's right. Yeah, she thinks AM FM. She don't know.
God bless her.
God bless her. You
She nailed
cocksucker.
us. She nailed us.
She got us bad right there.
This broad got us good.
Oh, that's great.
Who knows? It could be Modi doing a character. I don't know. Fucking.
I'm satisfied.
For the love of
that was awesome.
Let's take one more. Kevin in Florida thinks he knows who Nathan in Connecticut is. Kevin, who do you think it is?
Hiya, Nikki.
How you doing?
You remember me? I called you a while ago. I was a retired cop down here doing
Yes.
security.
How's it going, Kevin?
How the hell are you, Anthony?
Pretty
good, man. Thanks.
Hey, I got it. Well, besides Margaret, what a fucking funny phone call that was. Holy shit.
She got us good.
Oh, my God, she did. Hey, you know who it is? You know who he is?
Who?
It's fucking Colin Quinn.
No.
This is the big conspiracy theory.
No. Kev, you know how I know it's not? First of all, he's on stage right now. And fucking, yes, he is.
But he said that thing about being
Donkey show.
shop teacher.
Being what?
Hold on.
Yeah, get off the walkie-talkie.
I'm sorry. Somebody just pulled up. What he said about being the shop
What are you,
teacher,
toll booth collector?
Yeah.
Every Sunday on the causeway.
Somebody just pulled up.
Every 2 seconds.
All
Sorry,
right.
wait. Someone just pulled up.
All right,
Sorry,
Kev.
someone just pulled up. Sorry, someone just pulled up.
I didn't
What
know
are
you-
doing? I'm a toll taker.
I didn't know you were working the drive-thru at Burger King tonight. Call us when you get off, you mama Luke. Hey, folks, real quickly, December 8th and 9th, I'll be at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, New York. New Year's Eve, December 31st. That's New Year's Eve for Margaret. I'll be at Hart Comedy Club in Yonkers. And January 26th, 27th, the Comedy Works in Saratoga Springs, New York. And I might have some big news about a tour this spring. I'm working on right now with a nice fella. Let's put
Any
it that
Long
way.
Island dates coming up?
It's
Nick?
gonna be New England centric.
Oh, okay.
And maybe a couple in Pennsylvania, but it's going to be one night in theaters, and it's kind of exciting. So I'll let you know all about that.
Awesome.
All right. So we'll come back with more of Comia in the last segment of the show. All right. Sit tight, kids. Hey, welcome back to the final segment on a Thursday.
It's my Friday.
Huh?
I only do Monday through Thursday, so
That's right.
I'm like,
it's Anthony's
that's it.
Friday.
That's it. I'm done.
That's Anthony Comey you're listening to, folks, and
thanks for having me.
My pleasure. If you want to, catch him, listen to Artie and Anthony show every Monday through Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. Subscribe. You got to go to compoundmedia.com and follow Anthony.
I'm there.
Anthony Comey XYZ.
I'm there at 4.
You're there at 4.
And then Artie shows up.
I haven't even asked you. I got to get in there.
You do have to get in there.
The only reason I
It's,
haven't, it makes it a 12-hour day for me if I leave my fucking
Yeah.
house. But,
yeah.
So what time does Artie show?
5 minutes, 15 minutes, somewhere in that window. It's great. We actually have I'll start the show and be like, it's the Artie and Anthony show, and my co-host Artie Lang, and they made it so we could swing over to his seat, and there's a milk carton with his picture on it, because, he's a missing child. But it's a lot of fun. He's a funny guy. We have a great time in there. 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day, and he can't. It's got to be. It's an hour and 45 for Artie. I love
No, he keeps it interesting.
He does,
You will
man.
not get bored working with Artie Lang.
It's
but
hilarious.
a funny motherfucker.
He is so goddamn
and the
funny,
mind
man.
on him. We
Yeah.
talk about. We know his history, whatever, with the drugs and
Oh,
booze.
yeah.
I don't know that if he was a clean sober, he'd be one of those guys that borderline too smart, crazy.
It might be like Colin Quinn.
Yeah, like Quinn. Here you go.
He'd be doing that history class comedy that Colin. I just saw Colin at Governor's the other night. Fucking great.
He is a
Hilarious.
poet, man. He's
so
he's a
good.
sociologist.
Yeah.
Psychologist / comedian.
He would be the cool teacher.
Yes.
If you had him as a teacher. And just
Yes.
a nice guy. He gives you a big hug. It's creepy.
Yeah. No, he is. If you and I say this about Quinn in his comedy, if you don't like him, people always talk. If you don't like him, you don't find him funny. That's my litmus test, and you don't fucking know what good comedy
Then
is.
you don't know.
You know.
And these days,
Well, I
comedy-
can't understand him. Well, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah.
Listen.
You don't even. It's not like you gotta read Tolstoy to understand him. You have to
Guy's
kind of
brilliant.
have a mind a little bit. I don't know.
Luke in Indiana says all the news is driving him crazy. What are you watching? CNN?
Luke.
No, Anthony, it's very nice to talk to you.
Pleasure, sir.
However, thank you. I'm losing my mind as a kid that got bullied and didn't become a prick. I know the recipe, and that's why I don't do it. And everybody else says, what about me? Do something for yourself.
Can I get a translator on what the fuck that meant?
The great Colin Quinn, ladies and gentlemen. I don't understand it. I don't know what he was saying.
Luke, you lost us there.
But thank you, Luke.
But I'm glad you got bullied.
Can you even get bullied anymore? I don't think you can. I think you can get online bullied, which isn't the same as getting a fist in your face.
Well, that's what I said. People, I'd rather have somebody, fucking write something mean on my wall than put me through a wall.
Yeah. It's like, how do I battle online bullying? Turn it off.
There you go.
How about that?
There you go.
I'd love to be able to turn off the big guy that wanted to punch me in the face.
Exactly.
Boomer
Fucking
Esiason. Boomer.
Turn off the webcam, put on your panties, go to the mall. Fucking...
Oh, do I hope he was involved with Carton's
All right.
shenanigans.
That's right.
All right, Luke. Talk to you later, Luke.
All right, thank you, guys.
You got it, brother.
There goes Luke.
For the love of Pete. Should I get a drone for Christmas, Anthony?
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
They are a lot of fun, but I called this years ago. They're starting to drop stuff into stadiums.
I know. This is why I'm bringing this up.
And then they're prisons. They're dropping contraband into the yard for these
Yes.
guys. And the second I started getting into drones, which was probably 8 years ago
You
now,
saw that.
I built one like by hand. They didn't even have a kit for it. I got a bunch of parts from online and put one together. And I started
what did you
seeing-
drop?
I crashed it between the expressway and the parkway once. It was like, oh, thank God it didn't hit a car. But I started saying, like, this can be very dangerous. They could carry some weight.
Of course.
You could
15
run it
pounds.
autonomously. Like, you don't have to see it to control it. And it could go over a stadium or a place where a bunch of people are and do some damage. So, yeah, get one.
Can I reach San Francisco with my?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
They flew over the Oakland Raiders game and the
Right.
and the 49. They should have dropped the fucking offensive strategy. In both of those fucking those teams are averaging 11 points a game. Should have dropped a game plan in their fucking set of leaflets.
What is this?
But it really, like you said, no joke, man. It takes about an ounce of anthrax to wipe out 30,000 people. You can strap 15 pounds of that shit on. You can have a gun. I saw this online a couple years ago.
I saw one too, a gun.
The fucking doorbell rings and you open, there's a drone hovering with a gun, and it ping,
Freaking
ping,
gun.
pow,
How
ping,
the
pang,
hell?
pang.
When you see something like we saw with 9/11, you get like, oh my God, that is brilliance in its evilness, how they did that.
Right.
And then you look and go, why aren't they doing more?
Yeah, let's not.
Like every time you walk around New York City, you look and go, there's a dangerous spot, there's a vulnerability or something. And they just don't seem to be doing that. But maybe they're working on it, and that's the scariest part.
Yes.
It's a matter of time, and someone's going to drop something out of a drone, and hurt a bunch of
dirty
people.
bomb. I mean, a dirty bomb at the Christmas tree lighting. A drone could have dropped something and taken out of. That's where we're headed, between that artificial intelligence and and rubber dolls to take your mind off these things.
Sex dolls.
Only guys are buying them, by the way.
They all still look like creepy friggin'.
I know. You want to fuck a girl that looks like that? Go to the ICU unit. Somebody get some chick who's in a sugar coma. Fucking. They get this look on their face.
Like, wow, they're so realistic now that men are starting to go to robots, and they all look at that dumb friggin'
go
face.
to the head trauma center at
That's
fucking
great. I'll
Elizabeth
go to
Hospital.
A vegetable burn victim, and I'm going to jump aboard. It's so, they don't look, they're not sexy.
I want to fuck Terry Schiavo. You got a doll that looks like that? Somebody who's being kept alive by a breathing machine? Do you have a doll like that with nice tits and real pubes? The fucking Japs go crazy over this shit, apparently.
They love it. What a
Japanese,
weird,
sorry.
yeah. Oh, they do it. The Japanese. You know, if
those last 5 letters make a big difference.
If it was years ago, you could say that. Bugs Bunny said it. So
yeah, he did.
It's like,
Hey, we got to get the Japs, Doc.
You're like, what? Did Bugs Bunny just say Japs?
Yeah, he did.
But that's the whole thing. And it brings up the point about the whole sexual assault thing too.
Yeah.
Judging past behaviors and things on today's bullshit morality.
Yeah, the norms of today were applied. Like we do with race, we apply today's social norms to 1856.
Right,
and they don't match up. Wow.
No. Oh, that was awful. It was business as usual.
Yes.
And when you try to say somebody sexually harassed someone in 1980, that was business as usual.
That's right.
She probably wanted some Coke. I got to assume if there's any year with 80 in it, that Coke was involved. And they think that it's sexual harassment based on now. Everyone has to put it in this bullshit morality.
Right.
That just can't exist. It's the word. We are such full of shit society
and
right
it all
now.
starts with language.
Yeah.
It all starts with the fucking elitist jerk-offs, the lawyers, the globalists. It starts with language.
Yep.
That's what political correctness is. It's changing people's behavior through language.
Yeah.
Which is what we're witnessing. Well, I keep hearing sexual assault now with all these cases. So what is that? If you put your hand on a girl's thigh, is that considered assault? Or what Franken did, sticking his tongue down. At least he wrote it into a script. He didn't, she sort of knew it was coming.
There's some plausible deniability there.
Plausible deniability.
Put it in a script. Did you read the script? Yeah. All right, I'm in. That's consent.
That's what I'm saying. That's how slippery guys like Hal Franken are. You know what I mean? He didn't just pin her against the wall.
He's a creative creep.
Like John Conyers did. But I said that when the Weinstein thing broke, it's going to turn into feminists versus men. This isn't even about Weinstein and about, it's really the feminist thing. It's
absolutely.
Right? And they're going to capitalize on it.
There's, when you look at something like even, I guess, Matt Lauer, is it assault? Or is
a
it
horny
this
guy going too far?
harassment or inappropriate behavior? Because it's all lumped in one category now.
That's what I'm saying.
If you look at a girl and say, wow, you look great in that, and she's offended by it, you might as well have grabbed her, thrown her on the floor, and violated her.
So get your money's worth. Is that what you're saying?
So I'm saying, if I'm going to be blamed for it, yeah. But that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
They get to a point, and this used to, it's odd, this progression used to take years.
That's
when
right.
someone would go. But now it happens in no time. You go from sexual assault is terrible.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, well, yes, of course it is.
Right.
And then when looking at a girl on a train becomes sexual assault and you go, well, that's ridiculous. They go, oh, well, you're an apologist now, a rape apologist.
Right.
Well, no, I'm just trying to keep it in perspective.
Right.
Oh, you're a creep. You're a terrible guy. And that's where we are right now. And you see this coming out with every guy.
Yes.
Every guy has something
of
that could be
course.
construed as not assault, but harassment if you judge it at 2017
Do you
standards.
understand? It's I used to have a bit on this, and this I can't even remember it. That's how bad I am. I can't remember my old
Was
bits.
it the poems, Hickory Dickory Dock?
No. Oh, God.
Oh, Anthony.
But it's the very reason guys get up in the morning, go to work to become rich and powerful. To get that is the end fucking goal. Pussy.
Yes.
It is the end goal. It's not about the boat that gets the pussy or the car. It's about the pussy itself. And remember
Yes.
fracking Kissinger? Paolo is the most
aphrodisiac.
Yeah, it's the best aphrodisiac. But that's why guys want to be.
Hanoi.
It's what drives. That's what drives guys.
Yeah.
To be successful.
The Empire State Building, everything you see,
Yes.
was built because a guy wanted to get laid and
Exactly.
impress somebody. How big is that building? Well, this one's bigger. It's like, oh, you built that?
We're
Oh.
that simple.
I had an experience just today. I had to do something at a bank. I had to take money out, a big chunk of cash out, and put it into a 401k and roll it over, as they say. And
Yeah.
so, just bullshit stuff at a bank. So this girl, she's about 30, is helping me out. And she's being real cold, and this is a problem now because it's not something they deal with every day.
Boy.
So I go, here's the account number, here's everything. I need to roll it into this. So she punches up my account. She goes, I have to get your account ID. She's typing away. She looks, and I saw her face fucking change when she got my account up. And she
And
goes,
saw your name?
She goes, oh, what do you do? Because she saw there's a lot of fucking numbers there.
Yeah.
And honestly, she wouldn't give me the time
There
of
you
day
go.
until she saw my fucking balance on that account.
You ought to be
and
able to
then
sue her.
She's
Commas.
friendly fucking, yeah. And then she's asking all kinds of questions. Oh, yeah, what did you do? Well, that's pretty good. Now she's Miss Friendly. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck you. How can I fuck you?
Followed through.
How can I fuck you?
No, but I saw the face. The face changed.
I
in
have
a
the opposite.
second.
The girl sat down at the bank. She knew who I was, loved my comedy. Then she saw how low my balance was. She fucking, a frown came over her face, and she got very ice cold. I said, listen, you fat twat, I'll give you a tit twister right in front of the goddamn ATM machine.
Give you 60 cents. You need this?
Stop getting
I had it in my pocket. You need this? Shit.
You're a wormy cocksucker, you know that?
Yes, I do.
I cannot watch The Sopranos enough.
No. And you'll never get tired of it, Anthony. You'll
hang
never
out,
get tired
We
of it.
hang out
ever.
and watch it like if nothing's on, which is normally
That's right.
the case. We're
That's
like,
right. It's a
we're like,
go-to.
Let's just put on an episode of The
a
Sopranos.
go-to.
And you put on an episode, and now you're going through the series again.
Oh, my God. You can't stop.
I can't fucking
it's
stop.
like Coke.
It's one of the greatest pieces of
work
cinema
ever.
That's half our
I've
show.
ever seen.
That's all I got on here. You like that shit? Hold on.
Here's what it is, though. Every clip you play, I know exactly where it goes in the show.
Look.
Don't give me that smart alecky shit. Fucking baby.
It's just.
I don't know how to put this delicately. He was sucking a Cub Scout stick.
Funniest scene ever.
That was Margaret on the other end of it.
Hey.
Yeah, that was Margaret.
No, Vito was blowing the security guard. Oh, Jesus Christ! Son of a bitch!
Don't worry, Mrs. Galtieri. They found a small rodent in his...
Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Do you have Blue Cross Blue Shield?
What'd I tell you? Hold on to your cock when you negotiate with these desert people.
That's Uncle Junior talking about Hesh the Jew.
Junior.
He calls them desert people.
Desert people.
Let's go to Chuck in North
been
Carolina. He's been
fought into
hanging
the-
on. He wants to say hi to Anthony. Go ahead, Chuck.
Hey, Nick, how you doing? Anthony, it's a damn privilege to talk to you, man.
Oh, man,
I started
privilege.
calling in. I started calling in the Opie show when that shit out there in Ferguson, where the cop shot the black guy. You was done gone.
I didn't hear about that. What happened?
But, oh, yeah, he shot somebody. He needed to.
All right, we got it. Yeah, I got it, my friend. I remember.
Opie said me and you had a lot in common. Cold beer, guns, and fast cars.
There you go. I like those things.
What do you have in common?
I guess cold beer, guns,
Cold
and
beer.
fast cars.
Cold beer, guns, and fast cars.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
the fast cars have
time
got
I
me in a
heard
little
y'all,
trouble.
First time I heard y'all, I was delivering Christmas trees up New Jersey.
Oh, this
and
guy's
y'all
rich.
shoving
Stop
wiffle
bragging.
Ball bats up cunt.
No, this
Y'all
guy's
shoving
rich.
Wiffle ball bats.
Oh, yeah, the wiffle ball bat
shoving-
challenge from the old days. Yeah.
Now, was that...
That was abuse.
Listen to this psycho.
He really is.
This guy's rich. He sold Christmas trees for like 30 fucking years. He owns like 6 properties. He's got
13 convenience stores.
13 convenience stores.
Wow.
This is the same Chuck, right?
Chuck's the go-getter, right, Chuck?
Yeah, man.
Wow, that's pretty
Anthony,
good.
I tell you, I'm gonna figure out how to get on that shit that you got from 4 to 6, but
All you got to do is, if you're a rich fuck, just
go to compoundmedia.com. Compoundmedia.com, Chuck. That's all you got to do.
It's easy.
I know you can afford it.
I'm not. I know I can afford it, but all I can find out on computers are race car parts and titties. Everybody else I pay to do that shit.
At the same time,
and titties.
I don't know that site. Here's a piston and a nipple.
What is that, Sunoco.com?
Jesus.
All
right.
Thank you, man.
Y'all have a good evening.
All right,
I
Chucky.
appreciate all your
You too.
all your years of entertainment. You have a good evening.
All right, take care, Chuck.
Yeah, I got
He became a
two.
zaniest selling Christmas. He used to put
fucking
Coke in the
awesome.
trunks.
Yeah, I got 2 plus 100-mile-an-hour tickets in a month. So I'm looking at. I got
They
30
yanked
days. So far, I'm coming up in December. I have to lose my license for 31 days. And then the other ticket I have to address. So that's probably going to be another couple of months. So
Happened to me. I lost
fucked
mine
up.
right after I got my license. You know how you
Yeah,
drive
when
when
you're
you're young.
I'm fucking
I've lost mine 3
56
times.
for the love of
Have you
Jesus.
really?
Yeah. All speeding.
Speeding, right?
Yeah,
it's just fun.
I know.
I love
Especially
driving
with
fast.
you. What are you, in a Ferrari?
Oh, it was the F-Type, the Jaguar.
You're in a Jag.
Now,
What are you going to do, 11?
100 is the new 10. It's just so smooth and fast and fun.
Well, and the minute what's funny about it, the minute I hit the fucking Bronx, it's hilarious. And I don't care if this is racist or not. The minute I hit the Bronx, it's fucking black and brown guys in their Nissans racing each other. They're going at the speed of light.
They got those little cars with the big spoilers, the gold rims.
Yes.
Yeah,
They sound like lawnmower engines. And they're chasing each other.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny, but it
is.
isn't because they're going to fucking kill me someday. But
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen anything. The minute I cross into Yonkers, right, fucking, it just, every night I can tell
crazy,
you
right?
where it's going to happen. And they
drive
come
fast
right up
through
on
there,
your
too.
ass.
Where's
Huh?
that?
I
Up
drive
by,
fast through there, too.
Yeah.
By Gun Hill?
Yeah, Gun Hill Road.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Tonight, Waze took me through fucking, oh my God.
Oh, no.
Oh
Waze.
my God. 230th to fucking I'm in Cumming Street in the Bronx trying to get to Riverside Drive and
No, that's where you need the Humvee with armor.
Yeah.
Like, our boys need some armor on these Humvees.
I kind of like it. But I'm cursing out the Waze, broad. Going, for Christ's sake.
Waze is great, though, man. I use it all the time now since I got those tickets.
What are you kidding me?
It's like,
I haven't-
police ahead. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Haven't got one in about 8 years.
It's not
Yeah.
good because ever since I got those tickets, I use Waze now and I love it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I got one right before I started using the Waze. Same thing. I had to go fight it in Queens. I had to go over Jamaica, whatever the fuck in Jamaica.
That's a
Queens.
nice area.
31 miles an hour over the speed, which is exactly apparent when you do that. You have to go.
You gotta go.
You got to fight it.
He could have arrested me at that point.
Yeah.
One it was a 50. One was a 100 in a 45, and the other one was 102
What are you
in a
doing?
55.
What are you in a schoolyard?
It was It opened up after traffic. That's where they get me.
That's right.
It's like traffic. I'm like, fuck, and then it opens up, and I just pound the gas, and
God.
it flies, and I'm loving life.
You and I are kindred fucking spirits.
Woo, fuck.
How much time we got later?
A minute and a half.
That's how bad. That's how
minute and a
bad my
half.
fucking memory is. You just flashed a sign at me and I can't remember. Jesus Christ Almighty! Hey Anthony, thanks so much,
Nick,
Yes.
any
And the
fucking
lovely
time,
lady.
man. I love doing this.
Dude, I'm
love
telling
it.
we'll do it at the house next time.
Anytime.
You come up, we'll have dinner. Nice.
I will, yeah.
Listen to Artie and Anthony Monday through Friday, 4 to 6. Go to compoundmedia.com to subscribe and follow Anthony at Anthony Comia XYZ. Catch me December 8th and 9th, Helium Comedy Club, Buffalo, New York. New Year's Eve at Ha Comedy Club in Yonkers. That's the new actual big room. January 26th and 27th, the Comedy Works, Saratoga Springs, New York. And like I said, I'm on the verge of setting up a nice tour with a guy that runs the Comedy Works, actually. So you every weekend I'm going to be going. It's going to be
That's great.
7 days
Yeah.
a week. I'll be real pleasant to be
Oh
around.
my God, you're going to be working your ass off.
Fucking
Yeah.
God.
Oh, we'll do it.
Last thing. I want to be doing less, not more now. I don't know who said that and when.
I'm an old Jew.
Huh?
I'm an old Jew.
I'm an old Jew.
And that's
And
I like the little laugh. He's like, ha, 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 fuck you, bam, bam. I like how the murderer gives a little chuckle before he kills him. Oh, that was a funny line. Boom.
All right, kids. That is about it. I'm going to go home and soak my ass. As you know, I had surgery a month ago, and
God
it's
bless.
festering. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night.